Today I'll show you how to turn your clear plastic or resin shells into any color you want. In our case, I wanted cosmic purple and my wife wanted pink. Sadly, these are the only options right now. Luckily, iDye has plenty of options. I'm not sponsored by them, but I've also not had the best luck with RIT dye. First, you'll need your dye, your clear plastics, and some plastics for polishing at the end. Unless you're doing this for a handheld, I don't know about using those chemicals for that. Tell me you don't want to take a bite out of that packet. It comes with this color intensifier that you'll throw in once it starts boiling. At around 200 degrees Fahrenheit, it'll start boiling and you'll throw in all of your dye stuff. This dumb packet is so intriguing to me, I just held it over for a few seconds to watch it melt. Stir and mix it up until it's fully dissolved. To avoid deforming or melting any of the plastics, we're going to let it cool down to 140 degrees. At 140, you can throw in all of your plastics for about 10 minutes. You'll want to make sure they're all fully submerged for even dyeing. After the first 10-minute round, you'll want to check on your parts to see how well they've taken the dye. I was impressed by how dark it was on the first round. You'll then want to give all your parts a cold bath to see how well they've actually dyed. Also, we're using some old pots and pans we had laying around for crafts. I don't know about using one of those disposable ones for this. If you do, let me know how it went. I wouldn't recommend it since it is a fire hazard. While we wait for these parts to dye for another 10 minutes, I'm going to start the pink for my wife. After the second 10-minute round for the purple parts, I was pretty happy with the color they came out. I was a little scared about the pink since the dye itself looked a little red, but shortly you'll see it might look even better than the purple. It's pretty hot still, but I'm going to go ahead and swap it over to the other pan so that it's easier to dye my parts. Once again, you'll want to wait till it's 140 degrees before moving on. And now I do it all over again, but for pink. One thing to consider while doing this project is trying to make sure you get a perfect or really clean shell, or else the dye will just accentuate the imperfections, which happened for me, especially for the purple one, but once it's finished you couldn't tell that much. If you can't do this outdoors, I'd recommend at least having good ventilation. Here I got visited by my fellow rat Salem. Also, when you're putting your parts up to dry, make sure there's no water pooling in one certain spot. It might saturate it and dye it extra on that specific spot. After cleaning up and leaving them out for about 2 hours, I'm surprised the water looks like that, but the pink came out so nice. And after that, the parts are ready for some plastics. Like I said earlier, I probably wouldn't recommend using these for like regular controllers or a handheld console. The compound has chemicals and it leaves a film behind to help leave it that glossy. That's a no-no from me. A little more elbow grease and parts are ready to be put together. Well, I thought so. After closer inspection of the side panel especially, there was some resin that was still uncured. I gave it some UV treatment to see if it'll help, but I don't know if it did. Anyway, they turned out pretty damn good. I had found this old Wii on eBay that was marked as broken, but is clearly not broken. And after a quick test, everything was ready to go. Now, the tutorial part is over. The rest of this video is me just putting the shell on my new Wii. I've been working on a lot more content, but I need to focus more on YouTube and stop with that short form content. It not only takes away from the project itself, but it feels like when it's a longer term project, it's just way more tolling and more work. The algorithms, especially on TikTok, are all fucked up right now. It's not worth it. Luckily, I've been wanting to do YouTube since high school. I have a bunch of unlisted videos that will probably never see the light of day again. Not because they're bad, but they're cringy, okay? And a lot of them are just compilations of me playing GTA or CSGO. Nobody wants to see that anymore, come on, or ever. Anyway, that doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is get ready for more content. Going back to the dyed plastics, I haven't had much experience with long-term yellowing or color transfer. If you do this project, please let me know if you run into any problems. I am curious. I want to give a huge shout out to Galactic Armory on YouTube. I had first seen him do this method for some visors for a cosplay. Thank you for watching. The rest of this video is just gonna be me reshelling away. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. final product.